In today's video, we're going to be talking about how Kang the Conqueror Ant-Man 3 may be setting up the Scarlet Witch Elizabeth Olsen's return in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because it's no mystery and it's no secret that Scarlet Witch will be returning. But if you remember, or if you're new to channel, we spoke about Chthon appearing in Multiverse of the Madness, which we were kind of wrong. All signs hinted to Chthon, the real creator of the Darkhold, appearing, but maybe Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars is going to reintroduce Scarlet Witch after she supposedly died, which she didn't, and also Chthon could have a part to play based on a most recent report that has come out in the last 24 hours from the very reliable website. And it's me saying this, I don't give anyone credit very often, but the Cosmic Circus, that website, actually has been straight fire recently. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube boys? To you here. If you are new around, and make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that we do on a daily basis. Good, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know what do you think is going to go down in Ant-Man 3 Quantumania. We've done a plot leak video yesterday, nearly 30 minutes long, went over a bunch of stuff. Check that video out if you haven't already. Also, check us out on Instagram at WarStew to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also check us out on Twitter at WarStewG. So, if I remember, I will leave the article down below. So, an article came out yesterday which got my attention because it's pretty interesting. Phase 5 will kick off this February with the premiere of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The film is one of the more essential films in the multiversal saga, promising the birth of the new dynasty. The new dynasty, of course, will be led by no other than Kang the Conqueror. Although we've only seen a fraction of Jonathan Majors and what he has in store, make no mistake, Kang and his variants easily the most dangerous, powerful characters in the MCU to date. As Janet Van Dyne put it in her own words, he can rewrite existence and shatter timelines.
Right existence and shatter timelines.
This is why I think Kang in the MCU is going to be very different to Kang in the comics. So, whatever you've read in the comics, throw it out. So, there's an article that says, what I heard, the author of the Darkhold. So, let's break it down. So, variants of the author of the Darkhold would be fascinating way to draw in the supernatural corner of the MCU larger multiversal playing out the saga. This wouldn't necessarily mean Chthon is a variant of Kang. Now, who is Chthon? Chthon is a freaking beast. Chthon was an elder god who existed billions of years ago. He was the first master of the dark arts magic. He was also the source of chaos magic, from which others could draw their power from. Like Scarlet Witch, when another being named Atumu was killed off, the elder god Chthon fled to another dimension. However, he wrote all of his knowledge of dark magic spells onto the parchments. Those later formed into what was known as the Darkhold, as seen in Doctor Strange 2. The Darkhold will serve as an anchor back to the Earth dimension from the evil Daemon. Chthon corrupted the souls of mortals who read the Darkhold. Through centuries, readers believe that their desires would be fulfilled. Hence why in Doctor Strange 2, it was all about Wanda getting her children back. She was being corrupted by the Darkhold, by evilness, when it was actually Chthon manipulating them. Hence why I kept saying Chthon would appear. And it doesn't look like he's going to appear, but this most recent article report suggests potentially Chthon could find his way, or the Darkhold could find its way to be the ultimate endgame for Kang. And maybe it's not just about Kang getting out of the quantum realm and conquering all the multiversal universes. Maybe he wants to destroy everything. We don't know. The demon would seek to accomplish his primary goal, escape the dimension and find a way back to Earth. Why do they always want to find a way back to Earth? It's like Dormammu wanted to get out of his universe. It's like Kang the Conqueror magically stuck there. Why? Because he needs the quantum nexus. Interesting. One of the main ways for this villain to achieve his goal was through the Scarlet Witch. He bonded himself to Wanda as a newborn, with even more dastardly plans in store for her. So, Chthon has a massive connection to Scarlet Witch, and that's important because it might not necessarily mean they're going to turn Kang into a variant of Chthon or the other way round. But it does seem interesting why we get a report the Beyond is going to be a variant of Kang, and now potentially Kang could be a variant of Chthon, but doesn't necessarily mean that. After all, we know that eons ago, the first day Eamon carved his dark magic into the Wudor Mountains, a later transcript, into the Dark Hold. But using context clues, this means Chthon and the MCU author are more likely to be two different people. And if this was done eons ago, then a particular time traveler would have the ability to write down the spells to look into a way to adopt them for multiversal conquering. Looking back at previous projects in which the Darkhold has appeared, it would make sense to have a book have a deeper connection to the multiverse. Ha ha ha. I mean, maybe that could happen. So, the Darkhold seen in the images below, left from WandaVision and Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness, bears a very close resemblance to the imagery of the multiverse presentation in Loki's series. The circles also have appeared in Eternals and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Additionally, when disclosing the contents of the Darkhold, several spells were shown during the project it appeared in, many of which have connections to the multiverse, such as dreamwalking and multiversal projection. Whilst we're on the topic, contents of Darkhold, remember the Scarlet Witch prophecy from the Darkhold? You know, the one that claimed it was her destiny to destroy the world and to either annihilate the cosmos or even the multiverse. I can guarantee you Kang would undoubtedly be interested in an individual like that. So, this is not what I've heard. Do not run with this. This is not what I've heard about what has been added into Ant-Man 3. But what happens if one of the post-credit scenes for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is Kang actually having Scarlet Witch Wanda in some kind of cage? Wait, basically what I'm trying to say is what happens if Scarlet Witch is with Kang in the post-credit scene and he's bringing her back to life? Because at the end of the day, yes, we know there is rumoredly going to be a Disney Plus show with Scarlet Witch, but at the end of the day, she was buried, so we don't actually know what has happened to her yet. So this article is very freaking interesting, and obviously full credit to thecosmiccircus.com. I don't give creditation very often because I think a lot of websites and a lot of scoopers and insiders make stuff up, but for some reason, the Cosmic Circus, I actually have some faith, and I will give them credit because I believe somewhat what they're saying. And considering that Kang knows all and can rewrite existence as he chooses, it's very likely that Kang and He Who Remains and whatever variants of him knew about the prophecy. It's certainly plausible that he not only knew about the Scarlet Witch, but that he used his time-traveling abilities and described this prophecy. And now you might be saying to yourself, his prophecy didn't happen. Wanda didn't destroy Wu-Tang Mountain and eliminate every Darkhold across the multiverse, potentially even herself in the process. And you are correct to say that, because that may be what Kang wanted all along. If Kang's prime purpose is to conquer the multiverse and be the sole ruler, wouldn't you think he'd take primitive steps to ensure no one got in his way, especially if that someone is destined to rule the multiverse, connecting to a larger story? As the story of the multiverse continues to unveil, certain connections have slowly started to connect the different parts of the MCU corners together. Unique hieroglyphics and circles have been appearing in projects such as Shang-Chi and the Legends of Ten Rings, Eternals, Miss Marvel, Loki, WandaVision, Doctor Strange 2, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. More specifically, the hieroglyphics appeared in Ten Rings and Miss Marvel's Megabands, the ship technology from Eternals, now in the quantum realm. I tell you what, this is a very good theory if it's not true, because it says what I heard. Now, it doesn't actually say where it came from. It says, what I heard, according to my source, there is a plan to eventually reveal Kang or another one of his variants as the author of Darkhold. I somewhat really do believe what this article is getting at. So let's digress. These artifacts with extraordinary abilities, some with enhanced abilities, and some can even travel the multiverse. Speculation has pointed in the direction of these artifacts having a deeper connection in the multiverse with Kang. Now, it's worth saying, a side note, if you remember the Shang-Chi post-credit scene.
What is it?
A beacon.
You made a big mistake. I'm an Avenger.
You're an Avenger. Though I killed you before.
What?
They all blur together after a while.
Who are you?
Just a man who's lost a lot of time. Someone stole something from me, and you're the only one who can steal it back. So, do we have a deal?
No, I don't think we do.
Yeah, if you leave. Ant-Man.
Carol Danvers, one, the Sorcerer Supreme, hadn't ever heard or seen of this technology. The beacon calling, it was Kang. All the stars were aligning, and this website, the Cosmic Circus, I never actually say the website or source this often in a video. I think they're onto something. I really do. So a deeper connection to the multiverse with Kang or his variants as the sole purpose responsible. Adding the Darkhold to the list of items would be an excellent way to incorporate the supernatural aspect of the MCU into the larger multiversal saga. Either way, from what we're being told, the Darkhold story is far from over, and more will be uncovered soon. I really do think they're onto something here, because it makes sense. Scarlet Witch was destined to basically destroy the multiverse, or be in control of the multiverse. The Scarlet Witch prophecy could be Kang's plan to ensure nobody got in his way, prophesies to either rule or annihilate the cosmos, even the multiverse. So, who is going to be the hero in the Avengers Secret Wars? Scarlet Witch will be the one to take out Kang, or will Scarlet Witch become a variant of Kang? Now, I would prefer it if they would go down the route of actually introducing Mr. Chthon himself, but Scarlet Witch's actions in the Multiverse of Madness could have caused a mass incursion. So, at the end of this movie, we do get Clea, played by Charlize Theron, and says there's an incursion that's caused. But what incursion caused? It wasn't Doctor Strange that probably did it. It was more likely the ending of what Wanda Maximoff caused, a multiversal collision. Because everyone's like, yo, what did Doctor Strange do? Nothing. Scarlet Witch accidentally may have caused multiple incursions by destroying the Darkhold. And obviously in this movie, it was explained in Earth 838 that Reed Richards' variant in the Multiverse of Madness incursions are the result of prolonged interaction between different realities. So, is Scarlet Witch behind everything secretly? The prophecy of her to either rule or destroy the multiverse. Kang has to be knowing this. He travels through time. Don't get it confused with the Infinity Stone, the Time Stone. Yeah, I know he can freeze time and go backwards and forward. So in theory, Scarlet Witch is set up to return for Avengers Secret Wars because she's, in theory, set everything up. But is this really Kang's master plan? Because Kang knows everything. He sees everything. So realistically, everyone's saying Kang's master plan is just to get out of the quantum realm via the quantum nexus and trick Okay, careful spoilers, don't real life. Basically, how Ant-Man 3 is supposed to end is he tricks the Ant family into thinking they've beat him, and then he kind of does an evil twist, flip 180, and steals their device to get out of the quantum realm, leaving Scott Lang and Hope in the quantum realm forever, or some kind of variance of that. So this makes me even more hyped because before this article, I did think we were done with a Darkhold story, and I do think the Cosmic Circus has a lot of credibility and a lot of validity. But the problem now is, after this website came out and said this, you're going to get every other scooper coming out and going, yeah, I've heard this, and yeah, I've heard this, and yeah, the Darkhold is definitely going to be involved. But this is the only website stating it. Scarlet Witch is the only one who can defeat Kang the Conqueror. And I get your criticism. And a lot of people did say fair play, War Stew. That is a very good point. They're not going to make Kang the Conqueror crazy OP instantly because you never know. Yes, he's built his army up, etc. whilst he's been in the quantum realm. But being in the quantum realm may have actually made him weaker. And this is the first time we're actually seeing him. We see who remains in Loki. But this is the first time seeing who will become the Kang the Conqueror. Now, it actually isn't clear. I mean, it's clear by the subtext of the plot leaks that he will be referred to as Kang the Conqueror. They have to slowly build him up. They can't make him crazy OP instantly, or else the only one that could stand a chance against him, realistically, would be the Scarlet Witch when she returns, and that's definitely gonna happen. Captain Marvel, potentially, because she's crazy OP, although we haven't seen that, and Blue Marvel. Who is Blue Marvel? Well, that's for another video that we're working on that we'll probably post in the next few days. But realistically, no one else can go up against him. Realistically, if we talk about who could go toe-to-toe with him, Blue Marvel does seem like a pretty cool candidate. And I really hope they introduce Blue Marvel because it's been hinted at. Even someone that worked at Marvel said that would be fantastic. So I do think they're hinting at Blue Marvel is going to be coming. But when you think about the whole Kang the Conqueror Avengers Secret Wars, I don't think anyone's talking about who could actually beat Kang. Realistically, the person who's destined to destroy the multiverse, the person who is destined to be able to control and be almighty and be above everything is Scarlet Witch. So Scarlet Witch has to go up against Kang the freaking Conqueror at some point. But I'm not going to take credibility and validity for this idea, for this information, because the Cosmic Circus has clearly said this in the article. I've just spitballed and put some other spins and ideas onto this. But yeah, I really hope they introduce Chthon or bring the Darkhold storyline back via Wanda, because there are a lot of unanswered questions. The Shang-Chi post-credit scene, although I don't think that's a good movie, the post-credit scene, Carol Danvers, Wong, neither knew what this beacon was calling, and we know it's Kang inside the quantum realm, or at least that is a theory I'm working with, and a lot of people seem to agree with that and have also come up with the same conclusion that these artifacts have been introduced for a specific reason. And what if Kang actually foreseen and actually made everything happen in Multiverse Madness in the way it happened to manipulate Wanda and kind of try to destroy Wanda before she even got a chance to destroy said multiverse by thinking she destroyed every version of the Darkhold when she most likely didn't. Kang could want to either work with Wanda or destroy her. That is why having Wanda in the post-credit scene for Ant-Man 3 is a freaking game changer, and she's a fan favorite. She really is a fan favorite. The fans love her, even if she's evil, if she's good, if she's an anti-hero, if she's healed. People love Wanda. They are bringing Wanda back. It's just a case in what capacity. And yes, I have heard that potentially Wanda will be in the post-credit scene for this movie, but that's not what I'm actually talking about in my other video when I said I was told something that would be crazy if they add it. I've recently been told this thing about Wanda being in the post-credit scene for Ant-Man 3. I don't know if it's true, but Kang having Wanda in the post-credit scene would be nuts. So like always, guys, let us know what you think of this video, going over the information from CosmicCircus.com, and also just add in some context and add in a few side notes here and there and a few of my own ideas. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at WarStew. Check us out on Twitter at WarStewJ, and I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.